Right, my first attempt at some form of tutorial type deal, so please bear with. I've had a few guys in the DeadPoly Discord ask me for a base tour, and I put it in the general chat a few days ago if anybody would be interested, and a few people responded. So let's give you a tour. So for reference, I live in this the centre town here. We'll start over here. So, there's a lot. Right, these are my big red crate, well, my coloured crate collection. Pretty much nearly full at the back here. Once I've filled this side up to where the green is, I'll then head over to the other side, fill this in, and then I'm not sure what I'll do afterwards. Here we've got supply drops, decommissioned crates with, as what I'm aware, every furniture item in game, I believe. Stamina is dreadful. So, we've got all the kinds of wardrobes, we've got the cafe walls, pallets. Do not underestimate pallets, they are so useful. All the kinds of shelves. That shelf is empty, and that shelf is pretty much empty because I've just recently used them. Let's head on over here. We've got supply drop crates full of all of the different Halloween items. Likewise for Christmas, I'm just yet to put it into here. I didn't want this foundation to cross into the road in case I decide to use it, and unfortunately I can't go back that way anymore. The foundation level's a bit too high, so I'm going to have to figure a way around it somehow. We will next head into this area. This is my portable storage area. We have a lot of each of them. They are all colour coded as requested by Pickup Sticks and Gideon. Colour coded. We've got the Halloween bag, which unfortunately I can't get any more of. We've got the Bumble pack, we've got the cute bags, school bags, we have the duffel bags, we've got the military bags, got the recreation bag, the top load, all the expedition, all the overlands. Just for reference, that's how many we have of each of those. Then we have the different rush bags. We've got one of each raid bag at the very least. We've got a few more Gideon ones. I do tend to give the raid bags away as well. We've got plenty of money cases, likewise with the reinforced, and same with the ammo cases. So that's portable storage. That block of airdrop crates are spare. They're all empty, waiting to be needed. This one's weird. I can't pick it up for whatever reason. I haven't been able to pick it up for a while, but if I go over here, I get the radial menu for that. So, I don't know, but I can access it and I can put things in it, so I don't know. We've got this building here, which admittedly is no longer in use, but you'll see what this is for in just a moment. Yeah, you'll see what this was used for. This was originally my old crafting base. What we got in here, we've got some documents and some spare keys. Oh, inventory. So both of the gold rush bags are the exact same. 4 top loaders, 2 crates, and 6 duffels. They're both the exact same. And then I've got food and drink in this. And then if I scroll down here, I've got the special keys. So we've got all the key cards, flower shop, north checkpoint, and then in this one we've got the storage crate in their respective space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, etc., etc. Until more keys, I either find them or they get implemented. I'm not sure which is which. This is my gun storage. Admittedly, I'm not like others in the game. I don't really focus on the guns. I keep anything that's 70 and above. Everything else I sell. But I got really lucky with my M4A1, which is a 98.9. Other than that, that's it. All the guns are there. So you've got the grey MDRs are there. The desert ones are there. you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. All the mags are either in the tool cabinet or the dresser. Up here we have a separate container for bullets. Each of these are full now, excluding shotgun, which for whatever reason I'm not finding too much of, so I might end up having to craft that. And then here we have a small ammo case just for personal use. They just stay there for whatever reason. So all of these, we've got a row of each weapon attachment. All of them are near enough or close to 200 in their stats. Pretty much. Silencers, barrels, we've got your grips, your stocks and charge handles, etc. Everything else I pretty much just sell. So just shut all of these. The diner doors are sort of an aesthetic choice I made because they kind of give the impression that the guns are behind a safe of sort. So when looting, I fill the left side with things I need to sort through. If they're no good, they go into them too, where I take my truck from over there and we go sell them to Ghost. I then have the same for melee weapons. I'm not going to open all the doors because it's long. We've got every melee weapon in the game, including all the tools stored in here. Same again, put in there to sort. When this crate's full, we sort them out, put everything here, we either scrap or sell it. What next? Let's go here. We'll go to the garage. Yeah, do excuse me, I've never done a sort of tutorial thing before. So we've got 3 Humvees here. All the things here, so all of the sort of juices, I call them, they're all in here. We've got a crate that's full of each one of them. We use these 3 cars strictly to charge batteries. We're getting quite close to filling 2 crates of spark plugs. We have nearly 6 crates of fully charged car batteries. We've got a few here and a few in here that we need to spend time to charge. And lastly, we have the light bulb, the screwdriver, the socket wrench, the flathead screwdriver, box knife, and wire cutters. Again, the cabinet's completely full, so 9 times out of 10 I'll just leave them if I see them whilst looting. Let's see, this is my attempt at a car collection. Again, very much similar to the guns. I don't farm the cars, I don't actually use them. By the time I do my normal loot loop in the area, you know, kill all the zombies, loot all the good looting spots, everything started to respawn as I get back to it, so there's never any need for me to go anywhere unless I wish to go to a bunker or Garden City for whatever reason. So we've got all these distillers. All of these are full, and they're full of water, full of cornmeal, full of fuel, excluding the first 2 or 3, which we use these as and when to fill jerry cans when I find them. These are all full, every single one. And same with the red ones. We've had to put a shelf in the middle because we get significantly more red ones. And cornmeal is gotten here from my big farm. Not as big as others in the community, but still impressive. Potatoes and corn there. I use potatoes as my main food source because they're coming out my ears. We'll go to this building first. One of my favourite buildings, not my favourite building, but one of. Stamina in this game needs to regen faster. Right, so we've got a drop case for each individual armour: helmet, chest, legs, boots, gloves and wings go in that one. Again, things that need to be sorted go in here. I'm in the middle of collecting as many Iron Man helmets as I can, so I'm not scrapping those at the minute. But then we have my clothing store, which is for the most part pretty much complete now. I've got a piece of plastic sat there where I've got enough of what I want. So with the smaller hoodies like these, we've got the 7 on the shelf, which we're missing 1 there, so it's not complete. And then we've got 7 down here as well. But it depends on the item. If it's a bit bigger and it stacks a bit taller, we do 5. Still missing some of the hazmat stuff. We've got the Christmas stuff, the Halloween stuff, which I decided to do this thing after the Halloween event ended. So that's why I couldn't get any of those, but this is all full. We've got the bikini tops, we've got the mercenary stuff, we've got the shinobi stuff, and the knight stuff. This is my wings. The black wings started to get a bit full, so we've started putting them on the ceiling, likewise with the gold wings. And then we've got a couple of these suits just for shits and gigs because I had nowhere else to put them. Behind here we've got a little changing room. It's dreadful, I know. We've got various poker chips, $1, $5, $10, $25, $50 and 1,000. We've got, I think there's like 5 or 6 coins, probably about 10, 5 or 6 there. Let's head on upstairs to trousers and or bottoms. So skirts, bikini bottoms, same again. Got a bit of plastic there to indicate that I don't need any more, but for this I'm pretty sure it's only the Blue Knights leggings we're missing now, which I will fill in time, but half the time I forget which colour I need, so I don't end up picking them up. Oh, and there's these pair of jeans here. I need 3 more of these, but again pretty much all full. We've got the holiday stuff, so we've got the Christmas and the Halloween. Moving on to the 3rd and final floor, we have shoes. Every pair of shoes in the game in sets of 4, all assorted nicely. I'll just run through them all. And that's it. We've got a couple more shelves here just in case Cameron decides to add more, so I'm allocating myself enough space. We've got the wall of gloves. We'll go over here to all the masks / goggles in sets of 2. That's everything. We've got all of the bags in sets of 2. And then here we have the helmets. All of the helmets excluding a few, such as the pumpkin head from October, sorry. But for the most part, they are all either 13 or above, or like, I think one of these hard hats don't go above 5 or something, I think. But for the most part, they are all pretty much as high as said helmet can reach. Football helmets, we've got all the novelty ones, we've got the Master Chief, we've got the Mandalorian, Stormtrooper, all the Centurion ones, we've got the guard armor, all the motorbike helmets, and finally all the military stuff. So that's my clothing shop, which again pretty much always done, but I'm always looking for 13, 14 and 15 helmets in case I haven't got them already. We will head over here next. This is the room, so that building that's over there, this is what I've done with that building. So we've got the carpets from the self-storage containers, we've got all your basic materials for crafting, we've got the crafting workbench with the add-ons, money cases here just because it was in that building beforehand. We've got the battery chargers with batteries, plenty of batteries, more than I'll ever need, but it's a collection game. Same again, so we've got Bunker 11 key cards here, we've got Bunker 15 just up the top there, you can just about see them, I haven't found too many yet, and then again for Bunker 19 on that shelf. Pallets, they are my best friend, I love them. Because I use a lot of these shelves, the pallets help you get just that little bit higher without hitting your head. So I'll stack them, I think I've got, no, so it's upstairs, but you can go 3 or 4, climb all the way up, and you can see the top of that shelf perfectly to place things how you want, which is cool. So we've got medkits here, all in stacks of 10. And then we've got that one there just because it's not quite a full stack yet. We've got bandages, same again, all in stacks of 10. Same again for that one. We pick that one up when we've got more, create a stack. If it's still over, we'll put it back there. Likewise with that. Antiseptic bandages, all in stacks of 10. We have epinephrine. Obviously you can't stack these in 10, but they are stacked 10 high. So there's that, and the blood bags. Next up, if we go on upstairs, I'm not entirely happy with how this looks. Probably going to change it for the same bookshelves that are downstairs, just because I don't like how it looks. But this is the Old Testament, the Last Testament collection. I have plenty, which isn't too bad. And then if we go on up here, this is just basic food storage. You know, your cookies, your waffles, pizza, red and green apples, all the different new foods that are in the game as well. We've got eggs. You can see on that building, we've got a whole bunch of water dew collectors. There are some, is it this building? I think there's some on this building. Yeah, we've got some on this building. These ones are all full. These have completely full of water, and we have just a few over there which are used for the fuel refinery. Those are also all full of water bottles. These ones over here are not full just yet. We've only got 2 or 3 dew collectors that are actually full. So there's that. Right, let's head back down. Just a few more buildings to show off. These ones are more, they're all decorated now. These have no real use per se. So if we head on over to this apartment block here, bunch of zombies. I've blocked all the car spawns here with refined metal. So here we have the military shop. One of the first buildings I designed. Got a bunch of random gun parts. None of these are particularly good, so they can be on display. It's not that big a deal. Likewise with the helmets, they're all very low level. We've got all the helmets, all of that, all of these, but I'm now realising I need to make space for the Kar 98K, the shotgun and the handgun, which I need to add in here somehow. But all the weapons excluding the newer ones is all here. So that's the melee shop. And then if I head on next door, we have the melee shop. All the different melee weapons, the knives, the katanas, the swords, the claymore, is it claymore, flamberg even. Knives, pickaxes, hammers, axes, knuckle dusters, etc. Then on this wall you've got all the bigger ones, including my gold knife collection. But all of the melee weapons are here, including event ones. I think it's all of them, excluding this bad boy, but I've only got one, so I can't exactly put it on display. So that's the melee shop. And the very last building, I believe, I think this is my favourite building. We'll just head on over. Is this one. This is the toy store. It's very full, a lot going on, but this is all of the plushies and the toys in the game, excluding the 7 gnomes, which I will go and hunt for one day, but that day is not today. So we've got all the toys. We're only missing a few, so we've got pea shooters that are missing. We need another burb. Some huskies, and we need 1 dead squirrel and a xenomorph. But that's everything. We've got all the Mogus, we've got all the Butterbots, evil clowns, the army, teddy bears, we've got everything from Lilo and Stitch, all the dump trucks, the tiki cups, we've got the pylons, Newton's cradles, we've got all the not pop figures, Shy Guys. We need a couple more rockets at the top there, but other than that it's pretty full. Oh, and 1 orbiter. Nothing behind here. then a couch just for people to chill, and then I decorated the roof a little bit just so it wasn't as bland. If we head on upstairs, we have extra storage for everything that is full on the shelf, which is pretty self-explanatory. If you see it there, you know, we've got extras. Obviously, we have no extra pea shooters because the shelf downstairs still needs some, but all the pop figures we've got extras of. You know, we got spare Moog. Oh, balls. Let's get him back. We've got spare Mogus. We don't have any extra to display on the boxes of these yet, so when we come across them we will. More chess pieces and chess boards that we know what to do with. No extra checker pieces yet. We're nearly full on solids and stripes. And then here is my spare cards and Tetris pieces. The Tetris pieces were here, but because of wanting to sort these out in colour order, we had to vacate some space. So they're in there for now, but they'll move eventually. But here we have 3 nearly complete sets of playing cards, with 2 extra jokers just because there was space for them. So just trying to think if that's, I think that's pretty much everything I've done. I suppose I can show off my tools and stuff. So I've got, like I said before, I've got a 98.9 M4A1. The sword isn't that good for its wood cutting or mining, but I do have a 13 wood cutting war axe and an 8 war hammer for mining metal. Wearing a raid pack, 13 armor chest plate, 15 helmet. None of that has stats. I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. A bit underwhelming now that I've recorded everything, but you know, this is where I do my looting. So these are my drop-off chests. So all the backpacks, I start from this side and work my way to the middle, and then every other item I start here and work myself to the middle. When these are all full, I then stop looting, sort everything where it needs to go, scrap what I don't need, and then rinse and repeat. But yeah, I think that's it. So we've done the 2 shops, we've done the clothes store, toy store, my workshop. That's it. That's it, guys. Let me know what you think, I guess. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. If you fancy it, come and follow me on Twitch. Drop a subscribe on YouTube's. You know, it's all free. Helps me out a whole bunch. Right then, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.